Have you ever heard of the American frontiersman who was so feared he was nicknamed Death Wind? Nestled in the rugged terrain that would one day be known as the northern panhandle of West Virginia, a legend was being forged, a force to be reckoned with. Louis Wetzel, the man who would become Death Wind. Born in 1763, Wetzel was raised in an era where survival was not guaranteed, but earned. This harsh environment chiseled him into a formidable frontiersman. He grew tall and strong, his frame reaching 6 feet, his dark hair a stark contrast against the backdrop of the wilderness. But it wasn't just his imposing stature that made him a figure of dread. It was his skills, honed to a dangerous perfection. Wetzel was an artist of survival, his canvas the wild frontier, his brushes a knife, a tomahawk, and a black powder rifle or musket. His dexterity with these tools was nothing short of extraordinary. Imagine this, running at full speed, loading powder from his horn, packing a ball round, aiming and firing with lethal accuracy every single time. That was Wetzel, the embodiment of frontier survival. His exploits echoed those of another legendary frontiersman, Daniel Boone, but Wetzel was his own kind of dangerous. He was the whisper of dread that rustled through the trees, the unseen danger lurking in the shadows, the death wind that chilled the bravest hearts. His reputation spread through the Native American tribes, his name synonymous with fear. In the vast expanse of the American frontier where peril lurked at every turn, Wetzel emerged as a figure of awe and terror. His life was a testament to the raw, untamed spirit of the era, a spirit he embodied in every sense. His legend, woven with threads of bravery, skill, and fear, would echo through the ages, a chilling reminder of a time when survival was an art, and he, its master. From humble beginnings, a legend was born, and his name was Louis Wetzel. The tale of Death Wind had just begun. Stay tuned as we delve deeper into the life and legacy of this feared frontiersman in our next scene, The Feared Frontiersman. Louis Wetzel was not just any frontiersman, he was a force to be reckoned with. Standing a full 6 feet tall, with dark brown hair and a gaze as stern as the Appalachian cliffs, he was a figure that inspired both awe and terror. His nickname, Death Wind, was not given lightly. The Native American tribes feared him, for his abilities with a black powder rifle or musket were unparalleled. Even while running at full speed, he could load powder from his powder horn, prepare a ball round, aim, and fire with the precision of a master marksman. Raised in what is now the northern panhandle of West Virginia, Wetzel's exploits began to echo across the frontier, earning him a reputation as a formidable and fearless frontiersman. One of the most chilling tales of his escapades involves an encounter with Chief Tegunte in 1788. Ambushing the chief on an isolated path, Wetzel shot and scalped him, leaving Tegunte barely enough life to identify his attacker. Wetzel's audacity didn't stop there. When confronted about the deed by Colonel Josiah Harmar, he brazenly admitted to it, declaring, "I'll shoot 'em down like the worthless dogs they are, long as I live." He made a daring escape, sprinting through the woods like a deer eluding wolves. When recaptured 2 weeks later, he clubbed his jailer with his chains and slipped away again before he could be brought to trial. Even when captured again near Maysville, Kentucky, a 200-man mob led by Kenton threatened the peace and forced Harmar to release Wetzel. His exploits were so extraordinary, so larger than life, that they began to draw parallels with the legendary Daniel Boone. Yet despite his ruthless reputation, Wetzel was more than just a feared frontiersman. He was a symbol of the wild, untamed spirit of the frontier, a testament to the fierce determination that drove the early settlers of the American West. His exploits were so legendary that they were compared to those of the renowned Daniel Boone. The tale of Louis Wetzel does not end in the wild frontiers. It takes an unexpected turn. Leaving the Ohio Valley behind, the man known as Death Wind relocated to the Louisiana Territory, as the winds of change swept across the lands following the Treaty of Greenville in 1795. Eventually, he found his way to the bustling port city of New Orleans. There, however, Wetzel's life took a dark twist. His prowess with a musket and tomahawk was of no use in the urban sprawl. Instead, he found himself entangled in a web of deception and crime, leading to his imprisonment for counterfeiting. The once feared frontiersman was confined within the cold, unforgiving walls of a prison cell. But even as his life ebbed away, Wetzel's legacy endured. His exploits in the Wild West, his indomitable spirit, and his unmatched marksmanship were etched into the annals of American frontier history. Louis Wetzel, the man known as Death Wind, left a lasting legacy on the American frontier. His story is a testament to the untamed spirit of the Wild West.